childhood. It was a magical time, whether it was playing with my toys, or just going for a walk outside, collecting bugs, or whatever childhood activity I happened to be doing. I did a lot as a child, and it was magical. My first video games was the Atari 2600 and Odyssey 2, although they were my brother's. Had a lot of great times playing those. Then, one day my brother decided to go out and buy the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. It changed my video gaming world forever. It changed my world forever, not just my game life. Countless awesome game after the other throughout the years. More memories than I can possibly count. And most of my great memories that I have to talk about with my life is video game memories, and it's all thanks to Nintendo. Guys like Shigeru Miyamoto, he is a complete genius, to say the least. He changed the video game industry. He made video games what they are today. And that's why so many people brag about him and practically worship him, because, I mean, he's that great. There's nobody quite like him. Everybody wishes to be him. Everybody would give anything they could just to spend the day with him. I mean, so many countless games that Miyamoto has produced and is responsible for. The Super Mario Bros. Franchise, unbelievably awesome. The Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong. Newer games such as Pikmin, which I totally fell in love with after playing it. Man, what a great game. Great series. Super Smash Bros. Series. The Mario Karts. The list goes on and on and on. And even now with the Wii and the DS, the fun still continues. I'm still having fun playing games, buying games, and loving games. So, I guess you can imagine why I get so incredibly pissed off when I watch videos on YouTube or read magazines and hear people bashing Nintendo, putting them down, insulting them, talking about them like they're yesterday's garbage, and praising Sony and Microsoft. Why in the hell are they praising Sony and Microsoft? Why? I have been trying to figure this out for years. It's more confusing than the Bible. I mean, I've been there. I've done that. I got the PlayStation 2. I had the original Xbox. Garbage, garbage, garbage. What do people see in these consoles? Now sure, to be a little bit fair, I did kind of like the PlayStation 2 for a while. I mean, I had a blast in mainly like the wrestling games and stuff on it, and Hot Shots Golf. But still, the amount of great games I had on it is nothing worth even talking about compared to the amount of great Nintendo games I got. And Xbox, don't even get me started. Everything about that pisses me off. Microsoft, just their name makes my skin crawl. And you know, the thing that really gets me is every time somebody suggests a great game for me to play, thinking that it might make me change my mind about Sony or Microsoft, they suggest something like Halo or a Gears of War type games. Some of the very games that I hated them companies for, because that is all Sony and Microsoft represent in my eyes. War, war, war. Every time I'm watching X-Play on TV, whoa, some kind of new stupid war game they're advertising. Ooh, Mass Effect, or, darn, I can't even think of any other titles. But it just goes on and on and on. Or first-person shooters, or some boring-looking stupid racing game. I'm not even into racing games unless it's got Mario in it. Because with Mario games, they're colorful, they're cheerful, they're happy, upbeat music. You can shoot weapons at your opponents. It adds an added realm of fun to it. I've got so much good to say about Nintendo and so much bad to say about the competition, Sony and Microsoft. In trying to understand the Sony and Microsoft fanboys is like trying to understand Japanese. It's completely impossible and will probably never happen. Now I know the Sony and Microsoft fanboys are probably feeling the same way about people like me, the Nintendo fanboys. But you know, I don't care. This is my video. I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I'm proud of it. I always have been. I always will be. I don't call myself Nintendo's advocate for nothing. Sure, I know there's not a lot of hardcore games on the Wii. I mean, in fact, there's probably only like maybe one or two that's even halfway hardcore, like Twilight Princess and Super Mario Galaxy. And Twilight Princess, as we all know, was also a GameCube game. Yeah, I know, they're going a little heavy on the casual games and stuff. But still, is that any reason to turn on the Big N? The awesome Nintendo that revolutionized the industry? How could anybody do that to Miyamoto after everything he's done? And he continues to do. Provide us with happy, fun times, great memories. Trying to help get the family together and give us something to do. Why is people bashing them? Why is people talking about them like they're crap? Oh my gosh, even the PSP. How can anybody like the PSP over the awesome DS? Or DS Lite or DSi? Sure, it might have better graphics, but it's just another stupid PS3 or PS2 in a portable form. Garbage, in my opinion. Nothing but graphics. For graphics whores. That's all they are. Sure, I'd love it if Nintendo consoles got as powerful as the PS3 or the Xbox 360. But I'm not complaining about the way they are right now because the fun is what matters. And Nintendo knows that. That's why they don't give a crap about what the competition says, thinks, or does. I get equally pissed off when people put down not only Nintendo, but some of my favorite Nintendo games. Such as, like, Super Mario Sunshine. You'd have to have brain damage to actually think that that was a crap game. Same goes for Luigi's Mansion. Oh my gosh, that's one of few games that I loved so dang much that I played it several times from beginning to end just to try to get the great score. I don't usually do that. I get bored of a game after I'm done playing it and I move on to the next. But Luigi's Mansion was an exception. How could someone be such a Looney Tune and think Luigi's Mansion sucked? You suck! I mean, even when I go into a store in search of some more classic GameCube games or such, or whatever, and I see nothing but PlayStation 2 games on every single wall in the store, or Xbox games. And I can't even hardly find any classic Nintendo games. All they got is Wii and DS. Where in the heck is the GameCube games and stuff? And why is so many people looking at the PlayStation games and everything? Why are so many people interested? Sure, I know it's a pet peeve I need to keep under control, but dang, it pisses me off. Now, I don't like to be an overly biased jerk and make all the Sony and Microsoft fans hate me and stuff, but you know, I can't help it. When people bashes Nintendo, it's like they're bashing me, and I get greatly offended by it, even though I shouldn't. Because Nintendo is a part of my life. They're like my virtual friend that's helped me through so many tough times in life, and I don't know if I would have made it without them. Just all the characters that Nintendo's created and Miyamoto, they're the best. They overshadow all the rest. And I just can't believe that there's some people out there that doesn't realize that or doesn't feel it. It's like I've said many times that I would not even be a gamer in this day and age if Nintendo didn't exist. And I really firmly believe that. Because Nintendo games is all I ever liked. Even back when I had the Sega Genesis and Sega CD and Sega Game Gear. They were a big complete pile of garbage. Even when I was young I hated them. Nintendo's consoles always appealed more to me. The Sega consoles just ended up collecting dust. And there's even some people that complains when Nintendo makes a remake on the Wii, like a GameCube game remade for the Wii, like New Play Control Pikmin. Screw the complaints. They're great games and they deserve to be remade. Not everybody experienced them. Sure, I get sick of Nintendo making games so dang kiddie-ish that a baby could practically do good, but that's beside the point. Nintendo is Nintendo. Just their name and their logo puts a smile on my face. And I don't think that will ever change. Take care, everybody. A big high five to all of my fellow Nintendo fans out there, and a big thumbs down to the ones that hates them. You guys suck. Catch you later.